Hi, I'm makeup artist Justin Time. Welcome back to Make Up Your Mind TV and this week's episode of Beauty News. From Fashion Week to Glossier canceling a top-selling product, it's been a really big week for beauty, so let's jump right in. Now, to start, there was a racist controversy at New York Fashion Week. Now, I know what you're thinking because I thought it immediately. Another fashion line has done something racist in order to gain publicity and PR, and everyone's just going to forget about it in 2 seconds because that tends to be the behavior. This time, however, it was a student alum fashion show at an FIT Fashion Week presentation. The demonstrator was fashion designer Jun Kai Huang, who came in. Beautiful show. The problem lied in the accessories that were placed on the face. Instead of relying on makeup, the models were given large ears, bushy eyebrows, and large accentuated lips of varying color. The three of these put together was very reminiscent of the old, racist cartoons from back in the day, and just various ways that people of any ethnicity that weren't white was depicted as some sort of bushy savage. It was a terrible decision to make. And, a few of the FIT officials were fired as a result of this. Model Amy Lefevre went on record and said that she almost broke down in tears from having to wear such things on the runway. She did not end up wearing them. Luckily, someone was taken into consideration. FIT President Joyce Brown issued a letter apologizing to everyone, and it was said in a statement that designer Jun Kai Huang is not the one that actually chose the pieces as the accessory. They were simply given. I believe there was some sort of mishap where the accessories that were supposed to be used were not there, and these were provided to the designer as a result. These were, however, approved by some FIT officials, and like I just said, they were let go. 2 people lost their job due to just stupid judgment. I mean, when you go to approve makeup for a fashion show, it goes through the designers, the producers, just anybody that kind of has a say in the creation of a fashion show. They all had to be okay with it. Now, for something like this to hit the runway, to make it that far, it had to go through an entire chain of commands. I highly doubt this was a last minute thing. The people that are behind it can say that it was an accident. Personally, that is not something that I believe. This tends to be a running trend with fashion. However, we can recall back to Burberry putting a noose around the model's neck, Gucci's blackface turtleneck sweater, as well as H&M putting an African American child in a shirt with a monkey. Fashion it's just forgiving of racism, period. It's all it is. It's what it has been. All fashion lines know they can do something terrible and racist. There will be a little bit of backlash. For the most part, most people are not going to burn really expensive designer items, regardless of not wearing them for a while. Most people do go back to wearing them, and it's just, I would encourage all consumers that purchase from the lines that I just mentioned, as well as any other that have any sort of negative or racist connotation in their advertising or marketing campaigns, just think about that the next time before you go in and make a purchase from one of these lines, because you are supporting somebody that used racism as a result to gain press. Now, we can't talk about New York Fashion Week without discussing the trends of hair and makeup, because let's be honest, a lot of our favorite trends for hair and makeup come from the runways of New York Fashion Week. As always, pastels was a huge part of the runway, with Michael Kors showing some absolutely stunning, both soft and some more intense pastels with gorgeous makeup by Dick Page. Pearls seem to be a huge part of the runway this year. I think that facial accessories are very much going to come back in style. Right now, I think in the 2020s, we are trending to start seeing a lot more color come in, facial accessories. I think that makeup and hair are going to go more so in an artistic and avant-garde direction going forward. We're seeing it a lot more on the red carpet. The makeup artists, the hairstylists, as well as the clients are taking bigger risks. It's really just adding artistic accessory to an already fantastic look, and it's adding the fashion back into makeup. So, pearls were beautiful. We saw them at the Adim show with makeup by Sado Ito, Sadoito. They also had awesome pearls on the nails. The nails were done by Mei Kawajiri, Meikawajiri. Studs were also a huge part of the Fashion Week. We saw them on Christian Siriano's show. It was absolutely amazing. Just kind of taking little intricate accessories and incorporating them into the all-together look. You know, even the makeup can be reminiscent of studs without having to put studs in it, with something as simple as just, you know, a cool little winged eyeliner done in some gunmetal or something like that. You know, it's an easy way to hop on the trend without actually having to glue things to your face. Matching glitter on the eyes, lips, something we definitely saw a little bit of on the red carpet from Scarlett Johansson in awards season, so it's kind of being mimicked. We saw that at the Rodarte show. The makeup was done by James Kaliados. James, Kaliardos. We also saw some really, really beautiful neon color palettes in the Anna Sui show, and that was, of course, by the legendary Pat McGrath. You know, we can't really talk about Fashion Week without mentioning Pat McGrath. She has been the makeup leader in pretty much all of the international fashion weeks for decades now, and she has a beautiful line that is really fashion focused. We see a lot of really great colors from Pat's makeup line that you don't get, and a lot of just key makeup lines that we see. You know, everybody's just kind of all about the natural and the Sephora easy glam and stuff like that, and here's Pat McGrath producing just such like gorgeous color palettes of just really rare and neat colors to work with. So of course for Anna Sui, Pat McGrath was going to bring the heat and give us some wonderful neon fantasies. In other beauty news, Glossier is canceling their glitter gel as of March 2nd and is also halting production on the Glossier Play line until everything can find a more environmentally friendly way to function, both in the company's practices, the product development, and the packaging. Now, of course, we're all familiar with Glossier. If you're watching this channel, I'm sure you're obsessed with Glossier. It's a fantastic line, just really beautiful sheer products. A lot of the lip products have beautiful pigments. Just an awesome line. I really like their stretch concealer as well. The one problem I always had with Glossier, however, is that they weren't environmentally friendly. You know, the glitter jelly, it wasn't something that is biodegradable. It just wasn't, you know, the whole line, there was a lot of extra packaging, and I have here with me a color from the Glossier Play line. This is a lip product. Comes in a really great, thin cardboard, awesome, but when you open it, I'm just gonna rip it. You look inside, and the product is actually inside of an oversized piece of plastic. Now, this was a problem that I had with Glossier from the beginning, and I'm really, really happy that the company is addressing this issue, because there's no reason for a single lip product to have, you know, a box and a bag. I can understand, you know, as an owner of a cosmetics line, sometimes the lids can come off of things. You know, things get jerked around, whether it's in shipment, if they're stored a certain way, heat fluctuations wherever they are stored, if they're not in a temperature-controlled environment. There are any number of things that could make the lid fall loose from, you know, a pencil or a liquid lipstick. I don't think that the plastic or whatever this is bag is an efficient way to keep that from happening. You know, it's not as if it is airtight in here. I don't know. So the glitter jelly was actually discontinued and is no longer available as of March 2nd. So if you have it, if it's something you love, definitely hold on to it. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Glossier does in the future with their environmental practices and, you know, just their packaging in general, because this packaging is fantastic. I like everything about their packaging. It's just this additional plastic bit in here that just seems so unnecessary. You know, like, it could just come in this and be printed, and like, I would be okay with that. Is packaging something you guys care about? I know with Advocate we just do, you know, single processed 2-color cardboard packaging, so it's biodegradable. Would you guys be okay with something like this? I know I would, if it meant not creating more waste. Are you a green makeup artist? Are you a green makeup enthusiast? I know personally I try to be as green as possible, both in my personal and professional life. Going to have an episode of that coming up soon. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Make Up Your Mind TV. If you're watching us on YouTube, please hit the like and subscribe button and leave us any comments and questions that you have. If you're watching this on Instagram TV, thank you so much. Please watch the full video over on our YouTube channel. The link is in the profile. Please be sure to follow at Make Up Your Mind TV for beauty memes, product reviews, beauty news. Pretty much everything that we have to offer beauty-wise is available to you on our Instagram and YouTube channel. My name is Justin Time. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great day.